It was love, but it was just a lack of attention. Lacking the attention of the father that I didn't even mention. It's cool having a brother who showed you the ropes. I wish it was my father. That would have been so good. Unfortunately, he didn't show me the ropes. Thoughts of your shatters as I threw a picture across the room. How many nights am I going to allow you to control my thoughts in my own room? Never did I thought you were going to be the one to hurt me. Never did.
Hello, everyone. Greeting. I am your host, Sheena Gadine of the Rock Truth Radio, and welcome you and thank you for joining us as we rock truth or absolutely nothing at all. We live in a society today where truth, even before our very eyes is consciously questioned and criticized and altered to fit in a person's ideology of God's original intent for the kingdom and for mankind. We believe that the Bible of our kingdom constitution is inspired, inherited, and finally authority for all. Rock bottom is founded on He who is the original point of reference for all things come through eternity. The Rock Bottom podcast is a cross cultural response to the generations of economical and social injustice of the kingdom, women in today's society. Rock Bottom Podcast is established for each one, reach one, to teach one of the lost art of embodiment as an inherited chosen daughter, therefore exposing the hidden in plain sight assassins' attempts on the kingdom morals, integrity, and glory of her identity. Ultimate healing the broken love language between the king and his queen. By applying kingdom principles and knowledge, the podcast seeks to inspire and light the highlights upcoming and established local queens and kings of character, while also promoting Black Constitution and awareness of not only who we are, but whom we belong to. It's an awesome kingdom renaissance. Hello, fellow rock troopers. Diane, you can come back to the screen, hon. How are you?
Hi,
How
good
are you?
evening, everybody. How are you?
How are you, hun? How are you? Can you tell them where you're coming in from?
Coming in all the way from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania.
How's the weather?
The weather is 28 degrees as of right now.
Yeah, it's about the same over here in New York. It is cold. We had it snowed and ice pretty much all day yesterday. You're breaking up. You're breaking up.
I'm here.
What you say?
Can you hear me?
Yeah,
Can you hear me?
yeah. Stop moving. Now, what was you saying? Because I was saying that we had snow all day yesterday.
The wind chill was 17, so it's very windy here.
Yeah, absolutely. So tell me, what got you on this journey of being an author?
Well, my first journey was in a collaboration of a book called Wives on Fire, and that was by Deidre Clark Russell. That was in 2015, 2016, and it was published in 2016. So that was the beginning. And ever since then, that's my journey. I've been in almost 10 collaborations with like 3 or 4 different visionaries since then. And I had 2 books to my name that's published under Diana C. Hill. Written by Diana C. Hill as the ownership. One is called Marriage to Life's Journey. Marriage is my first ministry. I've been married for 15 years, 16 years in a couple weeks. March the 4th will be my 16th year. And the 30-day women devotional that was just published on January the 17th of this year.
Okay. So how did you like being in the anthropologies? Like how was your first try run with it?
Okay, so this is what happened with my first book. My first book, it was written, and it was, the publishers did an excellent job, but what I didn't have was the influence and the affluence, and I got discouraged. So I didn't know nothing about marketing until years later. when I start building relationships up with people that I'm doing collaborations now. Like now, my name is out there. Some people know who I am. I'm like a up and coming rising star in the industry, in the, in the author industry.
That is awesome. That is awesome. So tell me, what made you decide to go and write one on your own?
Um, when I was writing, when I was getting the material together for writing in that collaboration, I was scared and I just did it. And then somehow, some way, I ended up calling my cousin. It was on her birthday, and this was October of 2015. Actually, when we was all putting the collaboration book together, she was like, "Well, Diana, well, what I need you to do is write your own book." And I was like, "Well, what material? I'm struggling to get this what I'm trying to get out for the material for the book or
Right.
whatever." And actually, let me tell you what my story was or my testimony was. It was a 4-page testimony that I wrote on being in the blended family. So
Okay.
that's what that was about. So I had to go deep within myself because that was my testimony in my marriage, being in a
Right.
blended family.
So tell us a little about being in a blended family.
Well, for me, being in a blended family of 6 peoples was kind of difficult because I had to deal with, oh, you're not my mom, all
Hmm.
all
Right.
that comes with the blended family. I had to deal with the negative and the positive, and certain situations that was never taken care of, that was sometimes pushed under the rug but never really materialized until it hit the fan. And it was a lot that I had to deal with, but that was a season of grace that God put me through, and that lasted for about 8 years. I had to deal with that. No, it lasted from mm, it lasted for a long time at different seasons in my relationship with my husband, and
Right.
we've been in a relationship for 24 years but married going on 16.
Congratulations.
So God gave me grace to get
Right.
through that. Now I'm an empty nester and I can give them grandkids back whenever I want to. So anyway, my book was birthed through me writing in that. And then I found out that I like writing. And then within the same year, was my first collaboration later on that year. Sometime in 2017, I mean, when it was being published or when I was writing the book, because it didn't get published until 2018.
Okay, okay. Now that was the first, the one you talk about, the collaboration that didn't get published, or the other book that you
Oh,
wrote.
the my first book, Marriage to Life's Journey.
Okay, got you. That's nice. Where can they find it?
That can be found on lulu.com, and I can send the link. It's on lulu.com, and it's also on Amazon.
Okay, nice, nice. So to anybody that's venturing out,
You'll
like how you
find it when
said,
you type my name.
you was scared, you know, writing the your first chapters and stuff. To anybody that's out there that's trying to be an author, or trying to get into writing, what advice could you give them to make them feel a little bit more comfortable? Because a lot of people are scared to write or scared to put their book out.
It just so happened, um, I had a good support system from my husband and my cousin and family and friends. They pushed me because fear will stop you. Fear almost stopped me from writing in a collaboration book. It was my husband and one of my close friends that was tag teaming me on the very last day, that I had to submit it or submit that I want to be a part of it. I almost I mean, fear had a grip on me. I
Mm.
almost missed that amazing opportunity. And then when I started writing on it, somehow, some way, the fear lifted off of me. So I tell everybody, just start writing. Don't worry about anything else, because if you let fear grip you, you'll never do it. Just go and do it. If you have that opportunity to write, just start writing. Just
Absolutely.
start writing. Don't worry about anything else. Just start writing, and it will come to you.
That is some
But
great
what
advice.
I do tell you is, you had to find your platform. You had to find who your audience is first. That's first and foremost. Who
Yes,
you trying to write? Who are you writing to? Who is the people that you trying to reach out to?
that is some good
Is it
advice
going
for
to be
them.
fiction? Is it going to be nonfiction? Is it going to be historical? Is it going to be romance? You got to find out what genre. That's the first thing you have to find out, because you just can't be writing. You got to figure it out. Who, what, and why.
I like those gems you dropping for the people today. So let's get into your second book, which is well, your second book of your own. It's the devotion that you have out now, correct?
Okay, so to God be the glory. I wrote that book while I was recovering from COVID.
Mm,
And the beginning of the book, I was sitting down convalescing in pain. That particular day, I'll never forget. I had to have physical therapy, because when I caught COVID, I only had, as I was recovering, I only had like 65% of usage of my hand, because
mm.
it messed with my neurological. And
Wow.
even up to this day, I only have 80% of usage of my hands. So the pen
Mm,
was slipping out. To be honest with you, I don't know. I do know how God gave me grace to write this book.
right.
But when I tell you, it was through blood, sweat, and tears. And as I was writing this book, I had to go through every emotions. When I'm talking about healing, I had to go through them, because in my devotional, I have a devotional, I have a prayer, and then I have a reflection.
Mm,
So I had to write all of that. I had to press my way. Now, mind you, is 30 plus devotionals. So it
mm,
was
okay.
some devotionals very intense, and I cried through it, because I'm talking about, I wrote a devotional on healing. I wrote a devotional on depression or suicide. It's a lot of devotionals that I had to deal with. And
Mm-hmm.
then, I always talk about seasons and times. And me talking about seasons, I talk about seasons all the time, because in the word of God, in the Old Testament, that's all that's all the Lord talked about, was season and time.
All right. Could you give us an example? Can you read out your book? Can we get a snippet out the book?
Actually, oh my goodness. I don't have copies of my book just yet.
Okay.
So I
That's
can't
fine.
even give you an example, because I don't have copies of my
It's
book. I didn't
it's
know I was gonna I'll be prepared for that the next time, because
oh, I'm
I have
sure.
the hard copy, but I didn't. I'm sorry.
Oh, no need to apologize. It's fine, honey. It's perfectly fine. You'll be back and we'll get some snippets then. You're fine. So, as we went through the devotionals, as you know, we have to market our books and things like that. What advice can you give to someone that's, into just finishing a book and now going to the marketing stage? Like what advice would
What
you
I
give them about
can say
marketing?
is connection, connection, connection. If I know somebody that's trying to write a book personally, I will send them somebody's way. that helped me along the way. And it's all about forming relationships. And you have to market your book yourself, and don't think that it's going to come free. And I had to learn it. You got to pay to get your way through. There's
Right.
some things that come naturally and free that somebody may help you with, but you have to market your own self.
Right.
And to market your own self also come from connections.
Correct.
You have to form relationships.
Networking.
Yes, you have to network. You have to network. And I tell anybody that have a brand new book out, you got to put your book on Facebook every single day with hashtags. If you have a business page, you have to put your book on business page. Whatever platforms that you're connected to on Facebook, or your author groups that you're connected to, um you have to put it out there, because guess what, Pizza Hut, all them other commercials, they could care less. They gonna have their commercials on every 5 minutes. They
Right.
could care less about you getting irritated. Oh my God, I done saw her once again. Oh my God,
Hmm.
here she go again. Oh my God, they don't care
Right.
about that. Lifetime don't care about oh my God, here they go again. When
Right.
they're trying to market a new movie, they're putting that out there every 5 seconds. When
Absolutely.
Hallmark put a new movie out there, every 5 seconds you hear about that movie. So now I have learned that through my coach. One of my coaches taught me that as well.
And that is totally awesome. So hot now for those that out there, how would they go about finding a coach to help them? Since being that you said you had a coach,
Well,
like,
actually, I have a business coach. Her name is Diane Harris, and I've been knowing her for a good while because she makes logos, she makes flyers, she does a lot of stuff. So I was already connected to her, and I already knew she was a business coach, but I didn't actually become one of her clients until in the summertime. And also, my publisher is my business coach as well, and her name is Victoria Lockett Smith.
awesome, awesome. Now,
Victoria
I heard you said you did
Sheffield.
like.
I'm sorry,
No,
Victoria Sheffield.
I know who you was talking about. I would have corrected it later, but I know who you was talking about. But yes, Victoria is totally awesome. I actually plan on doing a roundtable with her soon. So yes. But can you tell them, because you just was talking about life coaching? So you have a life coaching service, do you not? Well, that's
Yes,
about to
and
launch.
it's going to be. I'm in the process of getting my LLC in the process,
Okay.
and my business is going to be the Everyday Woman Enterprises, and I'm in the process of getting my LLC for that, and I'm in the process of putting my coaching program together. I just became a life coach, a certified life coach, transformational life coach in the summertime. And even though that I became a life coach, I've been a mentor practically all my life. I love mentoring basically women and wives, because marriage is my life's journey. And it has been ever since I got married. God had put that in my spirit to minister to women. I'm in about 5 women wife groups, and I give advice and I mentor. So one day I was talking to Angela, and I asked her a question, and she sent me one way.
Mm-hmm.
I never forget, it was on a Saturday. That one way ended up me being enrolled um in a life coach program that same day.
Nice. Nice.
And ever since then, and it makes sense because I've been doing this all my life. And my platform is going to be women that have esteem issues,
That's
because we
big.
all have esteem issues. That's who my targeted audience is, women with esteem issues. And there's so much out there with women that have esteem issues and a little bit of trauma,
Hmm.
but women with esteem issues.
Don't you have a group that's called Everyday Women?
Yes.
Now,
Yes, I do. I have a
now,
group called the Everyday Woman, Transformational Everyday Woman.
now, question. With your services, what all are you going to provide as far as a life coach? Like, what are you going to be able to provide for them?
I'm going to provide resources on how you can get from A to B, change your stance on how you may think. How did you get there? First of all, I have a process. In the beginning, you had to do an examination of what brought you to this level, and how can we change your thought process, or how can we change your thinking.
I like it. So, for example, how could people change their thinking? Because a lot of times the mindset is a problem. So, what's some key things they could do to change their mindset?
Well, ask yourself, how can you change your thought process from having negativity thoughts to positivity thoughts? Make a list. Make a list of all the positive things that's in your life, and make a list of all the negative things in your life, and find a way that you could change them into a positive way. That's one of the things that's an exercise that I will ask you to do. Make a list of 5 to 10 things that you can change right now. Even if you change one thing, what can you change from negative to positive? Even if it's exercising.
Absolutely, absolutely. Hey, Michelle, how you doing? She said, "Good evening, beautiful sisters."
Good evening, Michelle. How are you?
Thank you for tuning in, Michelle. So, my next question to you is, being that you're putting together the launch for this business, how important is for people to have all their things together when they're starting a business? Because some people just figured I start a business and that'll be that, and I'm gonna make all this money.
That is not true. First of all, when you starting out, you always have to start out. Okay, so I had to ask God to give me wisdom. Even when you starting out, a lot of people, I'm learning, I
Mm-hmm.
can go to high end, and I can go to medium end, and I can go to low end. I'm going to low end. You understand? I'm saying half of it is going to be free in the beginning for me, because I had to be there for those that cannot afford, because there are those that's there for me.
Mm-hmm.
I can't afford to have to pay high end coaching, but I can afford what's on my income level.
Right.
And my coaches, I can up it up, but God is telling me to be humble, and I'm being obedient to the spirit. Yeah, I mean, I can actually go highball,
Mm-hmm.
but that's not what God want me to do right now,
That is
if that
awesome.
makes sense to you.
It does. I
Because
understand what
my
you're saying.
blessing is in being in stewardship and helping others. That's where the
Absolutely.
blessing is.
Absolutely. So, what's your goals for yourself for like the next three
You
years?
cutting up, I can't hear you.
What's your goal for the next 3 years?
Oh, I still can't hear you.
Leave it to the internet. Can you hear me now?
No, I can hear you, but it's staticky.
I can hear you fine. Gotta love internet. You still
Oh
can't hear
my,
me?
I can hear you, but it's still staticky. Oh my goodness.
You still staticky?
Yeah, it's still staticky. Oh my
Gotta love
goodness.
it. Do you still can hear me?
It's still staticky. Let me see if I can get on another device. Hold on.
Rock Truth got merch, y'all. Who is your true north? Who holds you down so you'll always know where you are? God, the original true north, the original point of reference. Check out our clothing line, True North, at rocktruth2.com for your kingdom culture needs. Everything from tees to sweats, men's, women's, and kids' sizes. Inaz Essentials Whipped Body Butter has a wide assortment of 8-ounce body butter made with unrefined shea and mango butter, infused with vitamin E oil, coconut oil, sweet almond oil, natural mica powder, and fragrant essential oils. It is designed to heal and moisturize dry skin, and it is perfect for the whole family. Our whipped shea butter is handcrafted with a blend of natural and organic ingredients. The unicorn body butter can be customized to the scent of your choice. If a scent is not chosen, no scent will be added. Have you been searching for a custom home decor and crafts? Check out Delicious Designs. For more information, simply search Della Williamson on Facebook. Are you in need of advertisement or marketing tools? Branded in his image prints, logos, flyers. Contact us today. Rock True Prints is ready to serve your printing and designing needs. We offer a full array of marketing tools, logos, flyers, business cards, video ads, and website designs. If you need our services for prints, we got you there too. Contact us at rocktruthradio@gmail.com for more information.
Hello?
Can you hear me better now?
Yes.
You gotta hang up the other one. Not that one. Goof. Can you hear me? You can hear me?
Yes, I can.
Okay. I was asking you, I said, what is your plan? Sorry, guys, we were having some internet issues, so I went to commercial, but we're back. So, my question to you was before the internet wanted to act special, I was asking, what is your 3-year plan?
I'm just trying to get through the first year. So I really don't have a 3-year plan. I
Okay.
had to talk that over with my business coach because I'm just getting it together. So I don't even really know what my business plan is for 3 years. I'm trying to figure that out.
Do you have any goals to
I
write any
do
more
want to
books?
be established. That is one of my things. That is one of my goals is to at least be established.
Okay. Establish what do establishment looks like for you?
Meaning that I will have a regular income. I will have my platform put together. So that's between my 3 and 5 year plan.
Okay. Sounds good. Sounds
It
good.
may not happen in my first year,
Right.
but that's one of my goals is to be established in coaching.
Everything always takes time. People see all the glamour and all the other stuff, and they didn't know all the hard work that came behind it to get where you actually are. So, it takes time. Do you have any future books that you have in mind that you're planning on writing, or are we just stopping at these two that you wrote?
No, I do have I have a couple books inside of me. I'm thinking about writing my journey from being forged out of fire somewhere down the line, but I'm in the process of I'm going to be in the once I get my business together, I'm going to be writing my book about my autobiography, about my life in Christ from birth until now,
Oh,
because
right.
that's a journey.
Understandable.
My walk with Christ.
Tell
And
us a little bit about your walk with Christ.
okay, my walk with Christ actually started out at birth, because my mom and dad, even though they divorced and everything, they was married in church, and they I'm actually a love child. I was playing, and my dad and mom used to pray over my mom's belly
Mm,
to God about me. So that was, you know, that began my life with Christ. And then as I got older, I was in church all my life as I was growing up. Then I had years of discord. Then I had years of in and out of church. Then I had years of being out of the will of God, should I say.
mm,
Then I have seasons in the will of God. And what is he doing in this season of my life as of right now? So right now, I've been serving the Lord for 15, 16. Well, I've been serving the Lord for a long time, but I only had one door in the church and one door out of church, or one door in the will of God and one door out. And I struggled on that. And then one year, God came to me in 2005, and he told me, "This is it. I want you to serve the Lord. I want you to serve me. I want you to be in ministry." And that was that. And God took the taste of alcohol out my mouth. God took the taste of cigarettes out my mouth. And this was in 2005. And then during that same time, God told me that me and my husband was going to be married at a specific time. And we did.
mm-hmm. Nice. So,
But that don't mean that it's easy. Walking with the
absolutely.
Lord is not easy at all.
Absolutely not. So my next question for you, okay, is to give advice to women out there, because I know you said your ministry is working with women that you said that low self-esteem, right? And you said maybe a little of trauma. So to a woman that's out there that's dealing with some things, how would you empower them to understand that they're worth more than they're giving themselves credit for?
Um, they had to change their mindset. They had to believe in themselves. At the end of the day, they had to start believing in themselves and know their purpose. Know their purpose and know that you are loved. You had to affirm yourself. Start affirming yourself, because um we all go through esteem issues. All my life I was compared to a sibling, because she made honor roll the whole 12 years that she was in school, and she was a straight A student and made honor society, whereas I was a BC student in school, and we was pitted against each other. I was told all my life that I was less of.
Yeah.
My mom, my parents, they rectified it, but my sister, my sibling, she kept throwing that up in my face that she's so much better than me. And I had to let her go for a couple years. I had to let
Mhm.
her, because she was too toxic. I remember when I told her that I wrote a book, and she actually told me, "Well, what is a book? I can write a book in 2 days."
Mm.
She
Wow.
don't even know what it took for me,
Right.
because in her mind she's so much better than me and she did so much. So I had to deal with that practically all my life until I finally let her go, because it was too much, and that was part of my self-esteem issue that I had to go through, that I was less of.
Definitely
So
understand.
I'm being transparent.
Right. And that, what's crazy is that a lot of other women does deal with the same thing you're dealing with. So transparency is always a great thing, you know. So how
And
would you?
that's one of the things that I can tell my clients one of
Mm-hmm.
my stories on what I lived through with my
Right.
self-esteem issues.
How
You
did
had to
you?
have a story to tell so they can be relatable, because your
Absolutely.
client can look right through you if you're fake and phony. I don't never
Correct.
want to be fake and phony.
Correct. How did you get over your self esteem issues? What did you do besides letting go your sister? What else did you do?
That was the main thing. After that, it seemed like it was easy. When I let her go, it's like I let the sheets go. That was the main thing that I had to go through all my life. I had to go through it all my life. All my life, I had to go through it. I couldn't never, every time I tried to do something great, here she come. Well, I'm still better than you. And
Right.
woe is me, and I'm nothing, and I'll never be nothing, and all that. And that was her issue. I had to realize that's her issue. I'm proud of you, but it's like you tearing me down. And it
Right.
would happen all my life, and I allowed it until I took control and I let it go. That's what I mean. You had to take control over yourself, or you will still be in that toxic situation or that toxic family member or whoever's being toxic to you. You have to
Right.
let it go.
You took your power back.
I took my power back.
Michelle said, "Yes, you got to believe in yourself, knowing your purpose, knowing your worth, and don't drop your gift." Yes, yes, Michelle, you're right. Don't drop that gift. I'm still waiting on that shirt with the title "Don't Drop That Gift," Miss Michelle. But yes, it's true honesty. You have to, believe in yourself and know your worth and understand that you are here for a purpose. And a lot of times we allow people to talk down to us or talk to us in a certain way that will then evolve our self-esteem to become certain ways. So absolutely, letting go is the best thing when you have to, peace is everything to me. And I say you protect your peace at all odds.
And actually, I didn't find I'm 51 years old as of yesterday. I actually didn't find my purpose in life actually until I was really writing my book.
Mm,
I knew
wow.
what I was doing. I knew what I wanted. But
Mm-hmm.
as I was writing my book, and what people don't even understand, when you in coaching, it's a lot of exercises that you will have for your clients to do. But guess what? When you in coaching, when you're in the classes, guess who else had to participate?
You.
I did.
You.
I learned a lot about myself doing being certified in the classes that I was in, because I had to participate in a lot of them, in a lot of the classes. So
Yeah.
I had to unlearn myself. I had to
Mhm.
relearn myself. I had to unlearn myself, and I had to relearn myself at the same time.
Yeah, that's tends to be what happens a lot of times when we are healing and forgiving and going through all these processes. It's a whole new thought process you have to put inside your head because if not, you're going to continue repeating the same cycles that you've been in before. She said, "My beautiful queen Sheena, I am finally in the process now of working on the shirts. I will have one personally for you." Thank you, Michelle. I'll be waiting on it. She's talking about the shirt where I tell her don't drop the gift.
I love that.
Me
You're
too.
gonna
That's
have to make me one, Michelle. Don't
Michelle, you
drop
hear
the
that?
gift.
See, you got another order out here. She ready.
And
Don't drop the gift.
I had to realize that I am the gift.
Right?
And when I realized that I am the gift,
Yes.
a whole peace subsided me. When
Mm-hmm.
I realized that I'm the gift.
Right. And that's the thing we forget that we are the gift. We're the one that walks and be the vessel. We're the one that walks in the purpose. And that's what we forget. that it starts with us. We're the gift.
I found that out. I
I
found
just,
that out.
and that is
And when
great.
I found that out, that was my power right there.
Michelle said, I got you, beautiful sister Diane. She said she got you.
I love you, my queen, Michelle Kane.
Yes. Michelle, thank you for always tuning in, honey. Thank you for always supporting. We appreciate you as always. She's one of our other pin sisters.
Oh, also, I want to tell you that I am a contributing author of Off the Bench magazine.
Okay. Nice. Now, have you started that already, or this will be your first article?
This will be my first article,
Awesome,
and it
awesome.
will be in
Please do.
March. It will be in March issue. The episode that I'm going to, or the article that I'm going to be writing about, as a matter of fact, I have to submit it soon. Is on marriage, depression, and COVID,
Mm, okay, I can't wait to read that.
because we're dealing, everybody that's married, this COVID then put people in depression.
Right.
And when you're in depression and in the marriage and dealing with COVID is a lot.
Yeah.
And there are a lot of people that's in their marriage that's dealing with depression,
Right.
because dealing with COVID, we was isolated,
Mm-hmm.
um not having our own platform, got to be in the house all day, not having your own, not having your own space, and that puts you in a deeper,
Depression.
um yes, depression, and you had to have your own space, and it's hard if you're being isolated. It's hard.
Yeah, it is. It definitely is, especially when you're locked in the house and you've used to having your space and everybody's all together. So I get it.
So
I definitely get it.
that's basically what the first article is going to be about.
I can't
And
wait to
it's a
read it.
blessing that I'm even in a contributor writer in
Hmm.
that.
Contribute.
And I want to thank you, Michelle, for putting me in the group, in an inspirational group, because that's how I got in.
Yeah,
Don't ask
you.
me how I became a contributor, contributing author, but that's how I met the gentleman Mark.
I know how you got
Who's
it. You remember your purpose
hmm
by grace.
by grace. Yes.
Yes.
And I'm
So,
so humble in humility for that.
and I'm so proud of you. Congratulations, girl. You get it. 2022 elevation. Ain't nothing wrong with it. Ain't nothing wrong with it. Continue to shoot for your dreams. Continue to walk into your purpose. And remember that you are the gift. Remember that you are the gift. So, can you tell everybody how to connect with you? Tell them where to find you, where to find your books, and all
You
those
can
great
find
things.
me in the group, the transformational group called the marriage. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Um I done lost my voice for a second. Excuse me. Um, you can find me on my page, Diana Hill, and you can find me in um the Everyday Woman group, and you can find me on my business page. My book is on PayHip. My book is also on Amazon. Both of my books is on Amazon. One is on Lulu, and both of them is on Amazon.
Awesome, awesome. Michelle said, I
Oh,
am.
and I'm
Oh,
also in a marriage group, also called Marriage Life's Journey. That's my marriage group that I'm over.
and they can find all your books on Amazon, correct?
Yes, yes, correct.
Got you. And before this will be the final thought before we tune out till next time. It says, I am so glad that you are contributing writing for the magazine. I shared the live to my page. Good night, queens. I love y'all so much. I have some college assignments to finish. Absolutely. Because I know you back in school. Good luck and continue to
Good
do what you
luck.
do, Michelle. As always, I thank y'all. I thank you, Diane, for coming through, for blessing us with your testimony. And, here at Rock Bottom, where we don't look like what we've been through, we always enjoy the inspiration and inspiring stories. As always, I thank everybody for tuning in. This have been your host, Sheena Godine, and I will see y'all in 2 weeks. Have a great night.
See you. Bye bye.